Hi, my name is Henry Bryan, and I am a sophomore in construction engineering at Purdue. In this video, I will be talking about my internship last summer with Bechtel Corporation. I hope you enjoy. This past summer, I worked for Bechtel, an engineering, procurement, construction, and construction management company. Bechtel is the largest construction company in the United States and is also one of the largest in the world. Bechtel is a privately owned company, one of the largest in the United States in that regards as well. Bechtel recently relocated their headquarters to Reston, Virginia, which is where I was based for the summer. In addition to serving as the headquarters for the entire company, Reston also serves as the head of Bechtel's nuclear, security, and environmental division of the company. Almost all the executives for the company worked on the same floor as me, and I got the chance to interact with them on a couple of occasions. My main focus last summer with Bechtel was researching smart concrete technologies and helping identify which ones may benefit the company to invest time and money into. Most people do not have a complete understanding of what smart concrete is. In short, it is the process of using technology to help improve the process of pouring concrete by measuring the temperature after it pours, keeping track of trucks and their pour times, or testing the strength of the concrete, to give a couple of examples. The main focus of the research I was assigned to was sensors that measure various aspects of concrete. There are two main types of sensors, embedded and in-truck. Embedded sensors are attached to the rebar before concrete is poured and stay attached to measure the temperature of the concrete. Temperature readings can then be used to create a model showing the estimated strength of the concrete, which allows for engineers to know when they are okay to move on to the next stage of a project. This is where my main focus was. In-truck sensors are used to monitor concrete as it is transported from the batch plant to the job site. These sensors track spin rate, water levels, and aggregate levels in the concrete as it travels. And if certain pours become faulty, this data can help determine when and where the problems might have originated. There are even some in-truck sensors that can automatically add water or aggregate if it senses that the levels are becoming too low. I was able to work on this project because my supervisor had applied for a technical grant to look into possible smart concrete solutions that could help save Bechtel both time and money. As mentioned earlier, my research was mainly in embedded sensors. I looked into some products that my supervisor requested me to, but I also found other possible solutions and researched them as well. When looking into these products, I was an agent of Bechtel, not a student, so I had real responsibility of doing as much digging as possible to determine the best possible solutions. I contacted representatives from multiple companies and discussed their products and why they thought we should choose them over the competition. In the end, we had three final competitors: Concrete Sensors, Geotech, and AOMS Technologies. We bought starter kits from each of the companies and had them shipped to our office, and we got some hands-on experience with the different sensors. We then went to Houston to perform a test pour and see how our sensors worked in the field. Once we arrived in Houston with our sensors, we went to the Bechtel equipment yard where our tests would be performed. I had the chance to work with a team of workers who had come up from a liquid natural gas plant project in Corpus Christi to set up the test pour. It was a great opportunity to discuss the job they had been on and hear words of wisdom from them about what I should do in my future. I was part of the group that set up the sensors for the test. I tied on the sensors at varying points along the rebar and set up control towers that would gather data from the sensors once pouring began. This begun pouring at 3 a.m. to avoid the Texas heat, and we went on pouring concrete for hours. As the concrete covered the areas where our sensors were, we started to see that data was being collected. We were then able to use our experience from the test pour and the data we gathered, as well as other factors such as user interface, interactions with company representatives, and others to make a final recommendation to Bechtel as to which sensors we believed were the best for the company. Ultimately, I had a fantastic summer with Bechtel. The work that I was able to assist with is being looked at for company-wide deployment, and it feels amazing to know that I was a part of something that will have a massive impact on a huge company. I would say the greatest triumph of my summer was at the test pour in Houston when we saw data being collected for the first time by the sensors. It felt incredible seeing something that I had spent weeks researching to be tested out in the field. One of the biggest lessons that I learned from my summer with Bechtel was to always maintain a positive attitude during work. I did my best to leave a good impression on everyone because I knew that in the future these connections could help benefit my career as my career progressed. This concludes my video. I hope you have all enjoyed and that you have a wonderful day.